Bethlehem, please welcome Mr. Andy Pollack.
I love it. Remember, I love Wu-Tang. All right, so hi. My wife has my permission to kill me immediately when the zombie apocalypse happens. Well, it's okay because I'm a talker, so I'm a liability. You're going to need different people in the bunker with you. You're going to need, a scientist to try and maybe figure out if there's a cure. You're going to need a doctor if you get sick. You're going to need like a farmer for food, and you're going to need me, babe, so that you can get away. So it'll be easy. My wife will just set me up with something to go ramble on about. So, oh, hey, Andy, who took Manhattan better, Jason Voorhees or the Muppets? And then I'll talk about Friday the 13th, Part 8, and the Muppets, and it'll be great. And then you guys will all escape. You're welcome. It's actually nice to know my place somewhere, because I don't always fit in. I don't know if you can tell. But I sometimes can't tell whether I'm like a tiny man or a large boy. I mean, I can buy my clothing in both Carter's and TJ Maxx, so it is very confusing. And I should have known too, because I was born 3 months premature. Have you ever taken anything out of the oven too early? And it's kind of, really pasty and doughy and raw in the middle, and has a receding hairline, and lots of unpopular opinions. Yeah, that's me! It's okay though, I'm harmless. You can tell because my wife and daughter's nickname for me at home is Delicate Flower. Yeah, which is a good nickname, I think. I don't usually set off women's spider sense, which, by the way, is another reason you can tell I'm pretty harmless, because I call it spider sense. Right? Alright, that was a good one. Cool. Most of you know me, but there's a few of you who don't, and you probably didn't even know who I was or that I was here until, I walked up on stage. That's how harmless I am. I don't have green flags or red flags, I just have a white flag because I surrender. Right? And it's alright. And I am pretty harmless. I learned in summer camp that I'm not good at sports. I mean, first of all, look at me. But yeah, I was picked last for all of the drafts. And when we would do tug of war, whichever team picked me got to pick again. I was like a bingo free space for that. So that was cool. But I always knew I was a champion. And the reason I knew that is because it said that on my sweatpants, because I was the sweatpants kid in middle school. Yeah, and it's alright, I have a daughter, as I said, I'm trying to make sure that she isn't the sweatpants kid at school, so, she doesn't own any sweatpants, that's the first step. But we're teaching her things, I taught her that the correct amount of monocle jokes to ever tell is 0. One monocle joke is too many monocle jokes. We've also taught her things like don't wear flip-flops or Crocs because they're not good footwear. I don't know if you know this, but if you follow someone in flip-flops for long enough, it'll eventually lead you to a Dave Matthews Band concert. And we want better for her than that. But we did used to give out flip-flops in goodie bags at her birthday parties for her friends. Because if you can't make your kid better, then sabotage the other kids to level the playing field. And so, when you wear those, you can't run, right? You'll trip and fall, and then if Jason Voorhees is chasing after you, he'll kill my daughter's friends and not her, right? Unless there's Muppets chasing after her, they ride bicycles, she's screwed. My daughter is the silver medal of comedy in the family. Unfortunately, you're looking at the bronze of my household. And it's alright. For example, I put together a family-friendly show. It was so family and friendly that the only people who showed up were my family. And they were not very friendly. It's alright. Well, it makes sense though, because my wife's name is Autumn, and my daughter's middle name is Winter, so I have seasonal depression. And we did that to me, and it's alright, but my daughter had the funniest joke during my set, for the two of them, which was she held up her phone and played cricket noises.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't hurt my delicate flower feelings that much, just a little. But I got her back. I took her to Jordy Park with her friend and told dad jokes, and my favorite was one about the roller coaster Steel Force, where I said, "Steel Force? No thanks, I'll purchase my own force." She and her friend loved it, or they should have anyway, if they were actually good at comedy. But they weren't, because they're kids. I'm better than kids. But I'll know that I've taught my daughter well if during the zombie apocalypse, I'm looking around for my shoes to escape, and she hands me a pair of flip-flops. Thank you.